Hey, this is Brent. Hey, I'm back again. You guessed it. I'm still Brent, and I'm still raising money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Today we're going to talk about the Boston Marathon. Exciting stuff. You heard about the American winner, who's the first guy since 1983 and all of that. Do you know there was actually a second American that won the race this year? Yeah. Her name was Tatiana McFadden, and she was the women's winner of the wheelchair race, and she did it in 1 hour and 35 minutes. Anyways, congratulations to Meb and all of the other winners. I think it's really important to remember that there's more than just one category of people who participate in the Boston Marathon. And you know what? At 26.2 miles, it's not just about winning the damn race. It's impressive just to finish it. To qualify for Boston, you have to knock out some really, really impressive times. I'm 33 years old, and for me to qualify for Boston, I need to finish in 3 hours and 5 minutes as an 18 to 34-year-old man. That's like 1 hour and 30 minutes faster than my best race ever. I'm trying to break 4 hours in Athens. Boston is a long way out. A 50-year-old woman needs to break 4 hours to qualify for Boston. And an 80-year-old? 4 hours and 55 minutes for a man, 5 hours and 25 minutes for women. Can you imagine that shit? Boston Marathon is big, big stuff. It is elite athletes that are competing at that level. Like there's former Olympians, like Meb, the guy that won. Yeah, he's an Olympic winner. Completing 26 miles is impressive in and of itself. Here's a few people that participated in this year's Boston Marathon that you might not have heard about. First guy I want to talk about is J-Mac, Jason McElwain. This kid's 25 years old. This was his third marathon ever. Oh, he's got autism. No big deal. Another guy that you should have heard about is John Duncan. John got to the finish line and proposed to his girlfriend. This was his 16th time running the race. Oh, and by the way, he runs with Team in Training. Go John, congratulations. Another impressive participant in today's race is Jacqueline Hansen. Jacqueline Hansen, she's a coach for Team in Training. She coaches the Hawaii team. She was there last year during the bombing. Oh, and she won the marathon 40 years ago. If you're thinking about trying to qualify for Boston, I have a couple of tips for you. Make sure you do tempo runs. It's not just about getting in long mileage. Make sure you train at your goal race pace. Long mileage is great, but you also need to do some shorter runs that have your race pace in mind. You have to run that pace to race that pace. Run slower to get faster. What? You heard me right. Take your long runs and run them slower. Your race pace runs don't necessarily need to be your long runs. That's a pro tip. Don't just run. Other workouts are necessary for a balanced workout regimen. Nutrition matters a lot too. Find a running buddy. Running in groups is easier than running alone, and having somebody keep you accountable will help you ensure that you make your Boston qualifying time. If you found any of this useful, I really would appreciate it if you'd hit the thumbs up and like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend, or better yet, donate to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. That's what this is all about. Thanks, and see you next year in Boston, virtually.